Hello families and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. In spite of the challenges that come with a digital learning education, I know that we can work together to make this an amazing year. I graduated from Cal State Fullerton University with my bachelor's in child development, and I received my master's in technology from Azusa Pacific University. I've now been teaching at Alamos in 5th grade for 6 years. This is my family. My husband, Stephen, is a firefighter for Menifee, and my beautiful daughter, Madeline, just turned 1 in June. So to start this school year off, I'm sending out an email, and we are going to do a lot of meeting virtually, meeting live. So I want to start out Monday morning at 9 a.m. So please type in the code Meet Mrs. Reed at 9 a.m. On Google Meet, you will click Meeting Code and then type in the code provided. So please wait until 9 a.m. to sign on. If you sign on early, you may be put into a different chat group. So at 9 a.m., type in Meet Mrs. Reed, and I can't wait to see you all. For your parent homework, I'll be sending out a sign up genius for our Monday and Tuesday meetings. I want to meet briefly with each family, so this is just an easy way to set up a schedule. I'm also going to be emailing you a get to know your child form. If you can please complete it by Monday. I just want to get to know each of you briefly before our meetings. That'd be great. Thank you. A little bit about our classroom rules. Even in an online setting, we ask that students be responsible, be safe, and be respectful. Throughout the first few weeks, I will provide digital citizenship lessons that will model and outline what it means to be responsible, to be safe, and to be respectful. Seesaw and Google Classroom are two platforms that we'll be using this year, and I'm going to utilize them for different purposes. We have been using and are very familiar with Google Classroom. It is very user-friendly and keeps things easily organized. Seesaw has other features that make it a great tool for our students. They can use their iPads to take pictures of their work, respond using videos, they can write on documents, and so much more. So I'll be teaching and creating videos to help students learn and understand each of these two platforms. Class Dojo is something that I don't typically use. In 5th grade, we use a Raising the Bar program. So we give them stamps and a booklet each day for having great behavior, for attending school, and being responsible. Because we are not in a school setting right now, we're online, I'm going to be utilizing Class Dojo so that I am able to communicate with each of you about your child's behavior and responsibility. As far as grading, math is one of the most challenging subjects in 5th grade. There are a lot of standards. So as a 5th grade team, we decided that we would allow students to do math repair, which would be repairing their homework if they got any questions wrong, and then also math test error analysis. So what that means is they will be able to analyze what they did wrong in their math tests, fix their mistakes, and then turn it back in for extra points. We don't allow retakes in any other subject. So as far as grading goes, when it gets down to the end of the semester, one question that I get a lot from students is, do you offer extra credit? Unfortunately, we don't. It's extremely important that students keep track of their grades, ask questions, listen, and study when they're supposed to. Math tutoring will be offered before school. I will send out more information when this is available. It will be typically, we did this when we were at Alamos from 8:15 to 8:45. Students would get small group help, just a little bit of extra help, and we really saw progress for those students that were struggling in math. So I'll let you know when that's available. For our daily schedule, Monday might be cut off a little bit, but Monday is going to be different than the rest of the week. It's going to be serving as our testing day rather than on Friday, and we're going to provide asynchronous lessons that day. So that means that I'm going to be creating videos and finding videos and other things that are going to help students preview the concept before they actually practice with me. So, for example, they will receive the asynchronous videos on Monday, and then on Tuesday in our live meetings, I will be able to practice with them. And I'm going to touch more on this later. And it's called a flipped model. So I'll be assigning a mix of independent practice and asynchronous lessons in order to maximize instruction time for homework. So they'll be able to preview their work before practicing live with me. I don't want to be using my live lesson time with them, teaching them how to do it. I want to be able to practice with them, and I think that they will benefit more while I'm helping them. Another thing to point out for our schedule is that from 2:15 to 3:20 is going to be my office hour time, and that's the time when students can meet with me if they need to. They're finishing their assignments and they're doing their homework. So this is going to be very beneficial for parents. So when they're doing their homework, if they have a question, they can email me and I'll be happy to help them with their homework. So that will keep family time for family time. It is very important with the live lessons going on. I'm going to be recording when I can. So, and if students are coming in and out of the chats, it's going to be very disruptive. So it's very important that students arrive on time and don't leave early from the meetings. And I'll also be keeping track of attendance throughout the day. I have on my Google Meet an attendance button, so I can click that and it tells me who is attending each meeting. In your packet that I sent home with all of the supplies, you will find your students' reminder binder. It has a robot on the front this year. Those were provided from PTO. And uh, even though we're in an online setting, I'm still going to have students write their assignments and homework in their reminder binders. It will help keep them organized and help keep them responsible for their assignments and making sure that they are completing them each day. So please refer to the robot reminder binder to check on their daily assignments. For reading in September, I will start assessing your child's reading level. My hope is that your child will be able to read in his or her level to improve reading skills. I understand that at home we don't have a library like we do at Alamo, so I am very understanding if you cannot find a book that is near their level, just get as close as you can. One tool that we are going to use this year, it's an app called Epic. It's a website, so and an app. So I will be linking that in my important links on Google Classroom. So you can check out Epic and find some books, hopefully near your child's level. For writing, one of the biggest Problems with writing, that one of the biggest struggles that students have is that they're scared to get feedback because they don't want to be wrong. So students often procrastinate. My philosophy is that in order to help the students become better writers, they need to write. I try to teach students from the very beginning that it's okay to make mistakes, and that's what I'm here for. So I want to encourage them to push themselves rather than just write what's okay with them. So I'm going to constantly be giving feedback for each section of writing. So for example, if we are working on introduction paragraphs, they're going to write their introduction paragraphs, they're going to turn them into me, and I'm going to give them feedback. And then they can go on to their next paragraph. As far as school supplies, as a fifth grade team, we tried to provide everything that your students would need. We do a lot of whiteboard work in fifth grade, so I provided whiteboards for all the students. I provided an expo marker. If your your child will need an expo marker all year long. So if it runs out, um, please make sure that they have extra expo markers handy. You can get them at the 99-cent store. They have them all over. But if your child needs an expo marker, please let me know. In their pack, they should have gotten pencils, erasers, things for art. So please make sure that they are keeping their materials safe in their bag until they are needed. I will let them know when they need supplies from the bag, and I'll go over all of its contents. As far as contact info, email is the best way to get a hold of me. My email is kreed2@tvusd.us, so don't forget that 2 or it'll go to someone else. And then to conclude, I want to help each of my students to the best of my ability, and I'm very excited to get to know one another this year. So have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday.